I hate Overwatch competitive. Alright, listen. It's stupid right now, and trying to play it, especially if you're trying to single queue, it's awful. And I'm pretty sure if you've all played it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And don't you all get good scrub, because because just don't. So while writing this video, my rank at the time was around 47, alright? But then I would play with one of my friends who is like rank 56, which I basically just had to use to get myself lifted up so that I could finally play with people who aren't retarded. Yeah, my rank now, its highest has ever been at 53. And I am so happy that it's finally here, because now I get 80 competitive points, and I'm really happy. But yeah, anyway, let's go to some of the main problems.
Number 1.
Sudden death. Don't end a freaking game that has to do with competitive. That means skill to something as luck-based as coin flip. That might be the stupidest decision in game design that I have ever seen, and I am disappointed with Blizzard for doing something like that.
Number 2.
Just use stopwatch for payload. It works, alright? So if we absolutely roll the team and we get that payload all the way to the end within like a minute, then the next team, as they're attacking, they struggle to get all the way through, and then finally in overtime they get it in, and then guess what? Coin flip, they get attack, so they win. That's stupid.
Number 3.
It clearly isn't based on personal game. This I'm speaking from experience. Okay, so let's say you're on attack. Let's give attack Hinamura for example. You've got your 76, who is a very useful role, which you need to have on your team. And you have this random frickin' Hanzo, who's just like, but guys, I'm really good at the game. You don't understand. I'm the best Hanzo in the Anyway, this 76 goes through, and he's doing a wonderful job. He's getting the picks he has to, and to be honest, I think the game should track who you're killing. If this 76 is going around and getting rid of their main people like their Mercy and their Reinhardt, then that is something that should be tracked higher than this random Hanzo getting picks on their Tracer. And they end up losing the game, mostly because probably of that Hanzo, maybe not, but that Hanzo was not doing his job as the 76 was. Therefore, the 76 should not lose nearly as much rank as that Hanzo. To be honest, that's how I think it's going right now, and that's really not great at all.
Number 4.
Unlucky matchmaking with bad teammates. Now, disclaimer, I'm not necessarily saying that they're bad at the game, but that they have a bad attitude. So, if you're playing a game, and you had a good first round, let's say like Control Legion Tower or something like that. You're having a great time, you get the first point, and you win the first round. Then the other team gets the second round and the third round. So basically, if you don't win this round, you're gonna lose. Then you got one guy in your team who's got that attitude of, oh, we're already gonna lose. And if you're thinking that in your mind, you're not gonna do as well if you were thinking, oh, we're gonna win. So obviously he's not gonna be pulling his whole weight. And because of that, it's basically a 5v6. So don't be toxic. That's just not only does it ruin the game for you, but it ruins the game for everyone else who's trying to have a good time in comp. Another thing that you have to do with unlucky teammates, like I was talking about before with the Hanzo, is people who refuse to change to a key role, which will inevitably throw the game. Let's say you're pushing payload, right? You've got a Zarya, you've got a 76, you've got a Reaper, so you got your 2 DPSs covered. Let's say you have a Mercy and a Lucio, and you're over here playing Hanzo. No, play Reinhardt. Just do it. And that brings up another point, which I actually hadn't written down, but that you need to make sure going into comp that you know how to play a lot of characters. Because if you don't know how to play certain characters, you're inevitably gonna throw the game for your team because you can't play a character. Let's say you've got every other role filled, but you need a Reinhardt to push the payload. You're like, well, I can't play Reinhardt. I'm not good as him. Well, then you should have been good at Reinhardt going into it. I had especially did this for myself over the time that I wasn't playing any comp. I was making sure I was getting good at different heroes, and I was really broadening my horizons. And this is what led me to actually find one of my favorite characters, Lucio. But because of this, I can now play Reinhardt. I can do a lot better. I can somewhat play Zarya. I can do different roles for my team. I got a lot better as Soldier 76. I know it's not really that hard to get good as him, but still.
Number 5.
is my biggest problem. And this isn't, I don't think it's because of account of Blizzard, it's because of account of other people. When you're stuck in elo hell, it's awful. So my first rank after my placement matches was 48. After my placement matches, I told myself I was not happy with this rank and I want to get better. So because of this, I tried solo queuing and playing by myself. And every time, I'd always get a team that would either, we were doing well, and then one person just gets toxic, calling out other people, thinking they're the best person on the team, but that's just not how the game works. And inevitably, my rank ended up going down to like 46, 45, and I was just like, alright, I gotta stop. And it was awful. I couldn't even escape it, and I can't imagine if I didn't have my friend to pull me up, what other people are trying to do down there. It's because when you're down that far in the rank, let's say you actually have good game sense, you know what you're doing, but these people don't know what to do. They just assume that they're going to play what they're best at, and then that's going to be it, and they're going to do fine. But it's just not the case. Alright, but just a final note after all this rambling and ranting. I have had good experiences with good teams, and we worked together nicely. Win or lose, we had a good time, and it was close the whole game. No one's rank decreased harshly or increased much, and I believe that's how all comp games should be. If the game is close the whole time, no one's rank should increase that much or decrease that much. I think it should depend more on how well you play against the other team, how well you did with your own role. If you end up losing one of those games and you weren't playing a key role and not getting the picks that you needed to do, your rank would go down farther, as before with the 76 and Hanzo thing. But, I think I'm done rambling now. Okay, so my name is Shazam. Thank you for watching this video, and I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye!